She's ready to go. I wish I knew her name, but she's an important part of the ball game, as all the ball boys and ball girls who keep these soccer games going by retrieving the balls and getting them back into play. But again, my hats off to all the volunteers like that. I have Mill River girls varsity soccer action for you back at the Dean Hunt Memorial Soccer Field, and I'll tell you what, this is going to be a dandy. It's a barn burner. It could be a Donnybrook. It's Woodstock taking on Mill River. You know, they're in different divisions now. It's still a good old-fashioned rivalry. Last time we saw Mill River, I went to Otter Valley and they defeated Otter Valley 4-2. Emily Osmer waving to her fan club up here. And again, I expect this to be a pretty fluid, wide open type of soccer game. And as far as scoring goes for soccer, I expect it to be a high scoring soccer game, which means a 3-2, 4-3 type of game. That's Kachupi standing next to Osmer, and in net will be Lauren Abdelnour, who has played very solid in goal for Mill River. And at the other end, Lizzie Miller will be the goalie for Woodstock. And in case you haven't put it together yet, Woodstock is in the dark green tops, white bottoms. Mill River in their white tops and red bottoms. One factor today, and both teams have to deal with it, but it is very, very, very windy. Strong gusting winds, and of course that'll affect your. If you want to reverse the field, go over the top, it'll affect that. If you want to serve up your corners, you got to compensate for the wind. But we're underway on a sunny, cool, windy day. Perfect fall weather, actually. Good time to take in a soccer game. And I'll try to get through the whole roster for you. I always say that and I never do it. And I used to be so good about that. But that corner already coming up, just 13 seconds into the soccer game, and it'll be Mill River taking the corner, and that's going to be served up by Osmer, who just has this tremendous knack of getting. This will really test her skill, though. I mean, she's got to contend with the wind, which is swirling and shifting. And yeah, I tell you what, she's got another chance. She was able to direct it onto that. You can see the flag on this side really is deceptive. It is whipping at her back, but now it's going to change and come back toward her. But there seems to be a stronger wind on the opposite side. And there she goes. And I'll tell you, that was a beautiful chance as they brought somebody from the top of the 18 in and just couldn't get a head on the ball. And then Woodstock under pressure early on here. They're going to clear the ball out to about the 25-yard line. It'll be a throw for Mill River. Mill River with that undefeated record. They have the one tied to Harper, and there's the goal! Oh, it didn't take long. It was confusion and chaos in the box for Woodstock. And Mill River able to capitalize on it. Tell you what, Paige Carrera, I believe, got the goal. Paige Carrera officially got the goal. Amanda Lee will get the assist. I'm looking for Woodstock. Here they are. Well, they've had some tremendous soccer games together, these two schools have. And I can't remember the exact year. I believe it was when Courtney Chadburn was a junior. Could have been a senior. Mill River came in undefeated, pouring rain, field just a big quagmire of mud. Woodstock, if Mill River won, they would have won the #1 seed. They would have won the regular season MVL. I mean, a lot was on the line. Woodstock was in a position where if they upset or defeated Mill River, they would take the regular season MVL, plus get the #1 seed. And with 8 seconds to go in a scoreless soccer game heading to overtime, Mill River made a save and cleared the ball to midfield. The ball was knocked down, dribbled in, and shot into the back of the net. I just can't recall the Woodstock player's name, but all that took place in 8 seconds, and it ended the perfect season. And I never saw such swings of emotion. The place was packed for that soccer game as far as soccer games go. But they've had a lot of good rivalry games, and I expect this to be no different. Weatherhog with the throw to Osmer. So there's a freshman Weatherhog out there who's really made quite an impact. Even though we're early in the soccer season, you can just tell that she is the real deal. She's got it together. Here's Woodstock trying to level off, carry those bus legs, settle down, and get into the ball game. They'll carry the ball in the offensive end on the dribble, and then on the kick, it will be out through the inline. Well, a goal kick coming up by Hannon. And you want to talk about an early season candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. Hannon comes to mind. She'll give the ball back to Bagley, and Bagley will take the kick. I don't know for whatever reason, but usually Hannon does the kicking back there. Maybe she has an injury or they have a new philosophy or an attack plan and whatever. That ball brought wide, and it does stay in bounds. Woodstock in those dark green uniforms, taking on Mill River on Munger Vision. And you can always watch sports free of charge on the internet anytime you want. Just go to PEGTV.com, click video on demand, and the menu, I think it's 100 games at a time they put up there, will be up there, and you can pick what game you want. Or you can do it the old-fashioned way and watch it on the television by just tuning in to Channel 15. Games are aired at various times, nights and weekdays, and also on the weekends, Saturday, starting at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The program director extraordinaire, Tommy Leipold, living legend in the Rutland area, actually in the whole New England area. Probably the most, what's the word? Just a tremendous employee. I would have could never imagine. I've never heard anybody ever say a negative thing about Tommy Leipold. He's just like the world's bestest guy, bestest friend, best program director. Always looking out. I was like always doing the right thing, making the right decisions. But he will put the point of this was he's a program director, and he puts the games of the week on Saturday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you can sit there in your living room on your big screen TV with just your socks and shorts on and watch local sports. You don't have to get up, try to stare at a little computer screen. If you're really handy, like the most young people are nowadays, you can just run it's not a firewire. You just run a cable from your computer to your big screen TV, because they all come with the computer hookups now, and you can hook your computer to your big screen TV and load on the internet that way and watch it on the big screen TV anytime you want. You see the flag right there, a true indicator of how strong this wind is gusting. We've got a 1-0 Mill River lead. It's Paige Carrera with the goal, Amanda Lee with the assist. And that wind got up there and knocked that ball down. Rogstad with the touch, and then lost it off for Shingard, and Woodstock will have the ball back. Ton of time left in this soccer game, so don't be fooled by that early goal and think, better go do my chores. This is going to be a yawner. No, this thing's going to be tight and physical, and hopefully, real intense and all that good stuff that you look for. Quite the facility up at Otter Valley at Markowski Field, man. When I went up there to the Mill River Otter Valley girls varsity game, that was beautiful press box, nice view, electrical outlets. Field was just incredible. And boy, I always tell you, get out and support student athletes wherever you are. And boy, I tell you right now, after seeing that facility up at Otter Valley, you would have a great time watching any sporting event on that field, Markowski Field. Woodstock will drill it from their own player, as that was Neufeld, 22, that took the kick, and her teammate might be shaken up. That looks the case, as again Osmer. They'll let him play through. Nice job, because that was really no call right there. Just because the body fell down doesn't mean you got to have the whistle. And it's nice to see it. They're going to let him play. And for Woodstock, you can see getting back into the play is number 9, Tracy, Maya Tracy, as she was the one that received the kick into the body area. And I think we've got an illegal throw. Yeah. So Weatherhog looked like she changed her mind in the middle of her throw, and that's what resulted in the illegal motion, and that's what we're going to have, an illegal throw. And you know what I did this past weekend, and it was so cool, and can't wait to get the job, finish editing the event so I can get it up on Tom Leipold and put it on the internet and put it on the Channel 15. But I went and did the Dogs, D-O-C-K, Dogs, D-O-G-S competition. It's an athletic event. Dogs are athletes too. Just ask any greyhound. But what a cool event, man. I saw some beautiful breeds of dogs, some, just hybrids too. The hybrids and the mixed breeds, the mutts and the purebreds are all there. But what it is, Dogs is, it's 3 different events. One of them is the Big Airwave, and what that is a 40-foot AstroTurf runway that leads into a 2-foot drop to a 40-foot pool. I think it was about 5 foot deep, and we'll have the kick coming up for Mill River. They've got the 1-0 lead. And your dog, basically there's a big yard marker on the side of the pool. You get him to come down full throttle, wide open speed down that 40-foot runway, and then leap as far as he can in the water. And there was one dog up there, and I should know the breed, but I can't recall it. It went 26 feet, 5 inches. And they measured at the front of the dog to the back of the dog's legs, the hind quarters. And I'll tell you what, man, 26.5. is impressive. Can you imagine playing fetch with him, huh? Or her. I can't remember if it was a girl or boy dog. Then another competition they had was the extreme vertical jump, and that's putting a, well, I'm not sure what you want to call it, like a retrieval mechanism toy, like a buoy, 4 feet out over the water, well, you start at 4'6" to go high, 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 and your dog comes down that ramp at 20 feet, full throttle. You know, they leap as high as they can, 6 feet, 6'5", 6'6", 7 feet, you know, and they grab that retrieval toy. And then, of course, there's speed retrieving, which I didn't get a chance to videotape that. But about an hour and 45 minutes of that competition, and I'll tell you what, you don't have to be a pet lover, but you just have to like athletics and local events, and I would strongly recommend looking for Doc Dogs on Munger Vision and watching that. We're still at a 1-0 game, and after that tremendously quick start by Mill River, Woodstock's kind of finding their groove here, and Mill River's kind of leveling off. And boy, Abdelnour will come in and get the ball. You know, I asked her personally, point blank. I went out before practice and I said to her, "Lauren, how do you say your last name?" And she went, Abdelnour. And I've said it wrong for 4 years, and I apologize for that. But I will hopefully get it right the rest of her career here. Since she's a senior, I've only got to weather this year. Stone will go back, get the ball, kick it up the side, and it'll be stayed and play. The ball boy almost made the commitment to take the ball away. Bagley lifts it up and out of play. We'll have a throw by Woodstock. Played 10 minutes of soccer. 30 minutes left in this first half. The goal happened early. Whoever had 2 corners, and then they scored their goal. So, and that's going to be headed toward the edge, and Stone will get there, use her body to shield off the Woodstock player, and will turn fire. And didn't really get a lot of hammer on the ball, and that's why it's such a short field. And Woodstock wanted to cross it, didn't get it to happen, and does it become a corner? It does. So Woodstock with their first corner of the ball game, and that's all I can see right there. It's just the ball, and we'll get the kick. The server will appear in just 1 second. I'm just looking at the window jam is what blocks my vision, and boy, Abdelnour will have it as she dribbled it down, bobbled it, picked it up, and she will take the kick or the throw. She's going to kick it. A lot of times Lauren will throw the ball out with that goalie style. I call it like a boomerang throw, but Rockstadt to the wide side of the field, looking to work it down and connect up with her teammate on that side. Will get tripped up, and they'll let him play through. No, that's a whistle. Lee got tangled up there and tripped up, and that will be the call. We'll have a kick from over from just about the 35-yard line, the football 35. Weather permitting, I've got some Rutland Rec Pride football coming up. That's 7th, 8th grade tackle football. Jimmy Shortle and his coaching staff. And they did a show. They sit down, did a promo show with me, getting the programs from recognition and the players' faces, some airtime on local public access. And Jimmy gave me the schedule, so I've got it. And they have 2 teams. They have 75 participants in this program. And that's amazing. There's high schools that would drool over having 75 players. There are high schools that would drool over having 20 players. But I'll have some of their games for you on Munger Vision PEGTV. It's the fall sports season. Remember, I've got the only Mill River football win in 2 years on tape, as they defeated Montpelier on Munger Vision. Boy, the ball stayed up in the air for an eternity. If you notice, the ball hasn't really gone over midfield a lot since the Mill River goal, as Woodstock had that goal, and then they had a little team meeting at the 18. And now they've been able to really press the attack. And Lee will take the throw. Yes, Amanda Lee will take the throw. She is the current guest on Sports Beat. That's my talk show. It's nearing 400 episodes. And it started in November 1995. Nice job by Kachupi. And her second attempt might have got her a foul. And it did, yeah. That's what the call will be. And we'll have a kick coming up for. On the kick, we will have a kick coming up for Woodstock. On the whistle, we'll have a kick coming for Woodstock. That's Gilbreth, Brooke Gilbreth. And there's the touch. And the shot. Oh, Abdelnour. Or Abdelnour will make the short hop and play it off the shins of the hands. And that was just great positioning by Abdelnour. Tell you, for the 4 years, though, my pronunciation wasn't that far off. Well, Bagley, or that's Weatherhog. She wanted to step inside. Didn't get a chance to. Carrera, the goal scorer, number 3 there, playing defense in the middle of the field. Now that ball will roll up the leg, and oh, look at that athletic play as Hannon will head down to the corner and turn, and boy, there's pressure on her immediately, and she'll go down, and she'll get the whistle, but I got to tell you, I'm in my older age here, I'm getting kind of grumpy. Well, I've always been grumpy, I guess, but they got to let them play a little more physical. I certainly don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't want anybody to play cheap and dirty, but stuff like that. That was good speed to get to the spot, good positioning to crowd the offensive player, and just a stronger person at that point. And she got victimized, penalized by it. And boy, that's not what she wanted to do. It was short and slice, and Weatherhog going back will lose her balance. And I think she tripped over the player's shadow. I think she tripped over Tracy's shadow. And they're going to have a sub come in with 26 minutes to go. 14 minutes of soccer in the first half has gone by. And it's still 1-0 Mill River. And I believe, their umpire still has his hand in the air, and he drops the hammer, and we're good to go. Weatherhog's pass off the outside of the foot. Now, here's one of my other problems. Number 11's in the ball game for Mill River. My program has an L on it, Delano. And I'm really kind of at the mercy of my program until I go back down to the next game and bug her and ask her what her name is. Mike, the PA man, who knows all these players personally, which I don't, announced her as Diano. And I know Dianos. I don't know if they're related to this young lady, but so now I don't know to call her Delano as the program has typed in it, or call her Diano as Mike announced it. Either way, I'm going to look like a doofus because I don't have it right. Which is okay because I am a doofus, but yeah, Woodstock's done a good job since the goal of territorially keeping the ball on the offensive side of the midfield stripe. They've also generated a couple of corners. They've also gotten a couple of shots on net. As Osmer, I haven't said her name in a long time, just had to touch, and we'll get Roxette going down the far side, and she'll lay the pass out, and that's got to be Lee, and it is. And they're looking to give the ball back to Roxette, who had the speed coming through the left side of the field into the 18, wants to bring the ball to the inside and get the kick away, and defensively just not going to happen, as a good job was held by number 5, Annie Arthur. So Arthur able to really thwart that good rush down the field by Rogstad. There's the toss. This is a Mill River team that went to the finals last year. Actually, they went there undefeated, number 1 seed. Lost to People's Academy 2-1 on a very cold November day. You see Bagley had to go off from her. She took the attack angle, and that ball will be sent out of bounds. And no, Bagley able to save it over in the shaded area, and there's a stop by Rogstad. Now that is out of bounds, and we'll have the throw coming up by Arthur of Woodstock, and we are down to 24 minutes left in the first half. And I like the pace of the game. It's been a lot of push, push, push. I'll have Mill River boys soccer action for you at a later date as they play later this week, and I will be there. And I expect a different game. I was very honest with you, and there was no criticism of the players, but the only game I've done so far this year of Mill River boys, they didn't quite have it together yet, and it was a very, by their own admission, they came up to, many of the boys soccer players the very next day to this window, the weight room where I set up my camera and shoot the soccer games from. They came up because I was doing the girls soccer game that day, and they were like, man, what a bummer of a game, huh? That's, a lot more like, you have to put that on air. And of course, my motto's always been for 15 plus years, if I come and give you 2-3 hours of my life that I don't get back, of course it's got to go on air. But they were thought their own performance was lethargic. Since then, they've won a game. They beat Fairhaven, and that's their opponent tomorrow. Now, what I like about this is Fairhaven's looking to, I read their roster, Fairhaven's, and I'm recognizing a lot of good athletes and soccer players. So I'm thinking they just need a little time to get their act together. And now they've seen Mill River once and lost to them, that they would make their adjustments, and we'd have a real good game of equal opponents tomorrow. So I'll have that Fairhaven Mill River boys game for you. And weather permitting, The Proctor girls have a home game, and look at this. Oh, Eb Danur will come up and make the big save. What an aggressive move. That's going to be out of play. We'll have a goal kick. Great rush by Woodstock and a big answer by Eb Danur. Well, yeah, the Proctor boys and girls head home to their Taranovich field. And Thursday, the weather's supposed to be good, and Darren Carter talked to me, and he's supposed to set the piece of staging up for me so I can shoot the girls' game on a Thursday, and then the weather gets kind of iffy, but I have scheduled the boys' game because I have no cover over there to keep my camera dry. It's not really a matter of keeping me dry, even though at this age I'm getting to, I'm getting old. I'm not as tough as I used to be, so getting wet wouldn't be ideal for me, but it's more my camera equipment I don't want to get wet, my antique stuff. So yeah, if you start looking, the diversity of one guy volunteer as myself, is myself, in the different genders, age groups, and towns and cities, and sporting events, and all that stuff I bring to you. Just in the fall, it's tough, but because of the weather elements. Inside a gym's different in basketball, because you're always protected. But just what I'm starting to rack up now, I'll never get credit from the professional sports people. It's a pretty impressive resume, man. That was off from Stone and Mill River, and that time she'll make the pick and get the ball to Merrill. Merrill, number 15 out there for the Minutemen. And again, this is a solid Mill River squad. I know they lost some real talented people, and here comes a chance as Weatherhog got some turf to work with, and she's trying to get that dribble way out, shot, and right into Miller. I think Weatherhog was a little early on the shot. I think she saw that defender taking the angle from the opposite side of the 18, getting a little bit close to her, but I think she could have got another 3 to 4 yards in, but it was a heck of a job. And there's that speed she had and that ball control ability, and she got a good shot on, but Miller pretty much had it played. And that's been a long time since Mill River's had an offensive opportunity, and their freshman Weatherhog out there has done a nice job all season. Was the young lady who made the offense happen right there. As we're down to 20 minutes to go, we're at the halfway point of the first half of play. And for Woodstock, number 10, Balzer coming in, and she'll make the throw. She's looking to hook it up with her teammate right there, Tracy, who's one of the captains. So Balzer will do it again. And well, I tell you, that's a great throw considering the wind conditions. And Tracy able to push the ball forward, and here comes Woodstock as they're going to be pulling past. Bagley came up and just tapped the ball away. Look how calm Bagley was. She did not overplay it. Stayed in good position. They're going to reverse the field, and maybe too much juice on it, yeah. Go out playing. We'll have a kick, and Bagley's been taking the goal kicks today, not Hannon, so it'll be Bagley back there taking this kick from Mill River with 19:12 to go in the first half, and still 1-0 the Minutemen. I tell you, I was impressed with the Otter Valley varsity girls squad. I know at the time of this game being aired that they hadn't won yet. They were winless this season, but it's just I'm watching a team like that, and they have an outstanding goalkeeper. They have a designated scorer. They got a really good score. They've got some athletes from other sports that are on the soccer team. We know they're athletic. It's just a matter of time. I'm not really quite sure. I can't quite put my finger on why they haven't won yet. I'm not knocking a new coach. I don't know if it's the system or there's a new system to them. They got to get used to it. But don't be surprised if all of a sudden you start hearing them ripping off 2, 3, 4 wins in a row. I mean, they're a good ball club. Weatherhog got to the ball, starts, got the angle. The defender gave away that inline, that shot. Should become a corner. No, goal kick. I thought it went out from the defender. The official who's right there, he says, no, it did not. It becomes a goal kick. So Weatherhog able to isolate her defender and break them down and generate some good scoring chances here in the last 2.5 minutes. Individually able to generate. I know it's a team sport. Believe me, I do get that. I understand that. And I know you got to think as one and be a team. But it's also, a team is made up of different personalities, different talent levels, different ability levels, different parts that plug in. Osmer, speaking of plugging it in, just missed it. I thought you were going to plug it into the goal right there. Boy, I tell you what, that thing came off her foot, and it was just full throttle. But these coaches who want you to play as a team but make everything vanilla with no personality, and you can't be expressive and use your own individual move, and if you've got the skill to do that, I don't buy into that. I actually think that hurts the team much more than it helps the team. Doesn't make for a very good end result at the end of the season either, I don't think. I know it stinks to tape something as vanilla as that. And it will be out of play. Mill River now looking to counter here in the last 17 minutes of the first half and put some more pressure, consistent pressure back on like they did in the opening minute when they got their goal. And Weatherhog, look at Weatherhog, got the pass a little bit too far out in front, but she forced the play by Woodstock as they came over to double her, and there was no support on the ball for Weatherhog, and he came all the way out to the 40-yard line. The wind will catch that, hold it up, and that's going to take the bounce, and it will be controlled. Rogstad heading over there, but she can't quite get there. She's more in a defensive posture to stop the advancement of the ball down that far sideline as they'll cross midfield now. And I tell you, for the first 2 minutes for Woodstock, they really come together nicely here in the last portion of this first half. They put good pressure on, some good shots on, and the game moving back and forth now from end to end. Oh, like that. They find the open spot in the field. Boy, they found a matchup they like. Weatherhog taking off the ball will become a corner. Yes, it will. So Mill River will get the corner. That means Miss Osmer is going to come over, and there she is. Again, both teams, no, I think Mill River now 2 corners up on Woodstock with this kick right here. Yeah, statistically, it's going to be pretty even at this point if you go back and start looking at the stats. See Osmer shielding her eyes. It is a very bright sun here at Mill River, especially looking obviously to where it sets in the west. And that time she overkicked the charge of her teammates. Lee set the ball to Carrera on a beautiful pass play and then pushed out of the 18. Defensively, Rogstad's going to take the throw. Woodstock was there defensively. Rogstad's toss going to find the inline. Oh. Tell you, that was kind of funky right there. Woodstock almost had one of those real fluky plays happen, but they're able to weather that as here comes the middle of the field. That's Bagley with that great speed. Look at the angle she's got. Yeah, and then she'll cross back and beautiful. Oh, look at that, beautiful. That's a wonderful job by both Bagley and the official of letting her use her size to bump the Woodstock player off the ball. Weatherhog just missed, taken off again. They found a matchup and a play that works very nicely out there. I'm talking about Mill River Weatherhog, and she's found some opening spaces to break down a defender one-on-one and try to take it in and attempt to score. As that ball's going to come all the way beyond the circle, and Woodstock will settle it down as we are nearing the 14-minute mark to go in the first half of play on Munger Vision. Oh, yeah. Covered more local sports in the last 15 years than anybody else. And if they want to challenge that, I will pull out my archives, because I used to cover red, white, and varsity field hockey 3 games in one day. I'd still do 7, 8, 9 Glossic games at a time. I mean, I do big clumps of sports when I do the JV and the varsity game when I go to a basketball game. I do all the soccer or all the softball, doubleheaders, and baseball. That would be... Well, that's letting them play, man. I like that. I got no problem with that. Nobody got hurt, and that's physical. Nice step up in the steal. A lot of people can boast it, but I can back it up. So that's just something to keep in the back of your mind. Here comes the rush by the Minutemen. Lee looking to make the move to the inside. Didn't have it. Brought it back to Rogstad. She miskicked the ball. Lee will go get it. And Amanda Lee's going to rise it high and out of play. Tell ya, they just kept pushing the ball deeper inside the 18. So Miller will set the ball down, looking at that bright sun. You see the long shadows behind it. And now next week, I know we're tape delayed and stuff. Next week we'll start the 4 o'clock start times, which will be a pain for a volunteer like me because I don't got to work till 3:30. So actually, time I get here, it's like set the camera up and go, man. I really rely on the athletic director of having the gate unlocked to get up to this position, the perch here, so I can access it, and to have the roster, not for Mill River, I've memorized their roster, it's for the visiting team. And boy, if it's not here, I don't have any time to mess around. I just got to come up and go with what I got. There's been times when the gate has been unlocked and I missed the first opening part of the soccer games, so that 4 o'clock start, also that sun's even more of a pain until like a week later when it naturally starts getting darker sooner. Lee played it defensively, nice job They got to go back and get it. Rogstad will give it up, and they ran out of field as they'll turn around. And Woodstock's going to have to wait right in front of the Mill River bench. As you can see some of the players with their jackets on. Actually, most of them. There's 2 players who are tougher than the rest who don't have their jackets on. They're in the shade and the wind's blowing. It's cool now. 67 degrees set on Woodstock Avenue's time and temperature sign when I was heading here, but I know it's not 67 degrees here. I didn't get a chance to watch the weather reports on Channel 15, but they do offer that. Oh, look at Abdelnour come out and tell you, she has played aggressive all year in net. Lauren Abdelnour has, and it's been to her. It's been a plus for her more than it's been a negative. But I don't know if that's her natural style. Because Mackenzie Mooney was the goalie for the last 4 years, so I didn't really see a lot of Lauren Abdelnour in net. But I don't know if she's playing that way because she thinks it gives her an advantage, or if she's playing that way because I don't say she's intimidated by the competition, but she thinks that if she doesn't do that, that they're going to be able to beat her, or if she's just making good decisions because she's a smart person. Hosmer wanted to go around the backside, and somebody from the stands, not a coach, somebody from the well, somebody thought they were a coach from the stands. Somebody hollered, "Emily, don't dribble." So I don't know if that. I don't think that would be Emily's dad or mom that would holler that. Probably one of the other players that doesn't have a ton of boys hollered that. That's just speculation. And that's a nice job of getting the ball. Well, momentarily on the rush, here comes Hosmer, and she's working her way down, and there's the whistle finally. I thought I was going to have to blow, and that happened with 10 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first half. 1-0 Mill River, and that's not going to stand up. Believe me, there's going to be more scoring. There's going to have to be more scoring. I can't see a 1-0 game or a 1-0 lead holding up in this game. Woodstock, Mill River, Munger Vision. Oh, yeah. Look at Paige Carrera, a nice job of staying on the ball. Woodstock on the rush, looks to get the ball spread on the wing, and it's going to be just a tad bit out of the reach of Tracy. Bagley hollering, go, 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 go. She wanted him to get the tempo. Oh, believe me, there's a big difference. In every sport, there's a tempo. Even in baseball, really. Maybe not as significant, obviously, not as obvious in baseball as it is in other sports, but like this, Mill River, they want to get the ball, get it set, get the throw, get the kick, whatever it is, and get it going. And this kick will take place, well, it's right on midfield. You can see they want to give the ball back as they had League charging down the middle of the field, and that time she can't split the defense, but her teammate right there, that's either Delano or Diano that's got the ball. Oh. Well, I got to believe with Rogstad. There was no, he said she pushed there. Actually, forget it. I didn't think it was, but it really doesn't matter what I think. I had a great angle, though. But that's what I was talking about. I mean, that's, open this thing up, man. Oh, nice job of finding just enough space to get the kick away. You see how Mill River controlled the opening minutes. Woodstock came back and did a nice job of applying pressure and keeping the ball down the sin. Then in the last 3.5 minutes, Mill River done a good job of building back up their momentum and getting it down the other end of the field for quite a while. And that's what I mean. It's going to be a good soccer game. Boy, see that battle right now. She pushed off on Weatherhog, and there was no whistle. And she clearly had her left hand on Weatherhog. And that's what they just called Weatherhog for moments ago. Here comes Bagley. She sees an open part of the field. Beautiful pass as she lays it out and wants to give it back to Bagley, charging up the middle. And they're still going forward to Osmer. She'll trap it. Got the split the defense. Stays on the feet, trying to get the kick off. Taken down in the 18. Weatherhog kick, block, goes back, retrieves it, lines it back up. Kick far side. And great action right there. Tell you what, I like the no call on Osmer being tackled in the box, because then it wasn't like they made the motion of taking her down. That was a herd buffalo. Osmer and the 3 defenders all clomping through the ball, and they just kind of got their body parts all mixed up, and she went down. And tell you what, Weatherhog's going to have a goal before this thing's over. She's just been around that ball, around that net, and That's going to skip, and that's going to stay on the sideline. Rogstad to the vacated corner to Lee. She wants to bring the ball to the front of the net, and it's going to be a corner for Mill River, and that's going to happen with 6:57 to go in the first half. And it sees the Minutemen with that 1-0 lead, and Osmer heading over, number 7. Kane Osmer again. She's had a couple corners into the wind today, and she's really compensated well for it, as it's been on target. Look at that, rushing in. Bagley couldn't get the foot on it. Look at the nice bump in going on to the top of the 18. The ball will pop free to the 20 to 25, and this is Tracy working against Stone. Stone steered the ball to the inside. Merrill will give way to her teammate, and that'll come right back out to the 35-yard line. And it's either Diano or Delano there in Rogstad now, number 16, heading over and, trying to keep the ball on the outside. They're going to go backwards to go forwards, and there's the reversal of the field and settled down by... Well, I couldn't tell who that was. It didn't look like Hannon. Now, I don't know if Hannon's injured. She really hasn't been mentioned a lot today. She has been involved a lot today. And they want to go over the top to Weatherhog. There's the ball in the box, and Miller will not go. Oh, look at the push there from behind. She leaned right into her and pushed her. I got no problem with that, but they got to be consistent. Oh, and she just fired it wide. As Osmer knocking on the door, was just wide of the target. But again, a good job of crushing the ball down deeper into the 18. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. And I tell you, this is unfolding into a dandy of a soccer game. As Tracy settled it, sent it over the top. Didn't get all the leg into it she wanted. It went to the shin. And you can see Stone there, and Stone will take the throw as she was good enough to interrupt the play to change possession of the ball. That's going to come up, and Woodstock going to keep control. They're going to go to the circle and look at they wanted to go over the top. It sliced off the side of the foot, and it's going to be controlled by Hannon, number 23 in Hannon. Nice job of stepping into that, and it will hook and be out of play. We're going to have the throw coming up by Woodstock, and this is going to be Arthur, number 5. So Arthur with the throw. Boy, Merrill had that marked nicely. They were trying to go into Newhoff, and Merrill had that whole thing marked very well. We're winding it down below 5 minutes to go in the first half. The one goal scored by Paige Carrera of Mill River, who's playing defense right there. And that happened a long time ago, almost 30, about the end of the half. It'll be almost like 37 minutes ago. Well, look at the left foot lead on the run, offside. There it is, offside call. First one of the ball game. Tell you what, I like what I see from Weatherhog, though. She was head up, looking down the field, and she kicked that with her left foot on the fly. You talk about an athletic move. Now, here's another boo-boo on my part. Very first game of the year, she's a freshman, Weatherhog is. And her name is spelled Kyle, K-Y-L-E. Now, I don't know if that's a misprint or if it's pronounced Kylie. Or if, I don't know. I can't imagine. I guess it could be Kyle. I got the boy-girl thing mixing me up because I'm an old man. So I think of like a boy's name, Kyle, spelled K-Y-L-E. But it could be a mistype. It could be a typo. Or it could be Kylie. But you think I would get on that and by this point in the season know how to pronounce her name. Oh, here's a chance for Tracy. And, oh, who is that? Is that Hannon? That's a great job of letting them play soccer. There was nothing wrong with that play. There shouldn't have been a whistle, and there wasn't. Tell you what, that will go out of play now. We'll have a Woodstock throw. They're looking for the equalizer here in the waning moments of the first half. 3 minutes even to go in a 1-0 first half. And Woodstock, Mill River rivalry matching back up. And I think it went off from, I think it's going to be a Mill River. No, yeah, Mill River will have it. We'll have a goal kick coming up for Mill River. And that is Hannon now taking the kick. I wonder if Hannon just been doing the kicking all along, and I'm just so bad with my eyesight now and incompetent that I just thought it wasn't her, and I kept calling her Bagley. If that's the case, I apologize. But if you knew me, you know I'm not a very bright person, so you would understand the mistake. And Delano or Diano there doing a nice job defensively. Oh, look at that left foot wide. Vintage, though. I'm going to tell you what, going to the left foot opened up the kick, and that's going to bring us down to the 2-minute mark. 120 seconds to go in the first half. And I don't mind soccer like this, you know. This is good stuff, where they're getting it up and down the field, digging it out, bumping and grinding. Teams are getting shots on net and corners, and the ball's going through the middle of the field nicely. All right there. Woodstock short in the field. Tracy pushes the pass through, and Stone able to get on a toe on it, bring it up to the edge of the circle. And on the fly, it's Osmer trying to come back to the inside. Yeah, Osmer, of course, as always, being shadowed defensively out there. And that should be a Mill River throw, and I'm waiting to see who's got the Stone. Thought it was going to be, but it won't be. As Neufeld took the throw, and then the mark by Paige Carrera, and the ball forced back to the circle. They're going to go over the top on the short hop. Abdelnauer will make sure she grabs it, and she'll hold on to it and see if she'll take the punt here. She's going to kick the ball out of her hands. She will, and that's a decent kick with the wind. That's a real decent kick. Weatherhog wanted to just, like a pitching wedge, send it down to Osmer, and they just miscommunicated. That's going to take a Woodstock bounce. Abdelnauer said Abdelnauer will make the call, and that's a great kick. See those shadows starting to extend here onto the field, man. Fall is here. I know mathematically it's like a day or two before the actual fall solstice happens. 30 seconds to go, the first official day of fall. My son's birthday's on that day. He'll be 28 years old. 28. That's hard to imagine, because I'm only 31. And Woodstock's got time if they get the throw in deep here. See the directing now. See if they bring people up, make one mad push for the tying goal. There it is. The horn will sound. And Mill River are going to go to the locker room, or if they had one, they would, but they're going to go to the bench with the 1-0 lead over Woodstock on Munger Vision on PEGTV Channel 15 Sports. Very well-behaved fan right there. It's a terrier with a pug tail. That's probably what the crossbreed is, but I've watched him. He has behaved, or I don't know if it's a her or him, but he has behaved so well at the game today. Look at, nice job, nice looking dog. We are set for the second half. Obviously, the teams have switched into the field. Woodstock and Mill River. I don't have a budget, so I don't have stats. I don't have a statistician, but I tell you what, other than the score being 1-0 Mill River's favor, I got a feeling the stats are going to be very, very equal. 50-50 balls won. Corners leveled out. It's going to be a dangerous play, and it'll be a kick by Mill River, and that's going to be Bagley 22. No doubt about it. That is Bagley, and she's going to lift it high into the far sideline, knocked out of bounds by Woodstock, and Paige Carrera, number 3, asking for the ball and see if she wants to get that tempo going. As Weatherhog chasing it down in the corner. She had an excellent first half of play, Weatherhog did. That was awesome. You step on the ball, that's usually what happens. She'll go up over the top and out of bounds, and it'll be Woodstock now taking control of this ball. Goal kick coming up, that's Miller. Miller saw a lot of action early, gave up the 1 goal. Paige Carrera got the goal for the Minutemen. But you see Lee short in the field, make the play, have it come off the side of her foot hard, and Woodstock trying to transition, and not happened right there. It's Rogstad with a nice little 10-yard pass, slipped off from the foot of Lee, and it'll be dumped back out near the edge of the circle in midfield. Trapped off from Tracy to the foot, and then Bagley right there where she should be making the play in the middle of the field. See the fake to open up the leg, and off the outside of the foot will make the pass on the far side. Looking to get the corner is Carrera, and not too many green jerseys over there. And they'll just win it out, kick it out, and that's what they'll do. And Carrera's going to stay there and take the throw. Now she's got the wind at her back, and she's going to try to take it to the box, I think. Nope, she was trying to get a plate off her header into the box, and Rogstad left it low, and it'll be picked up by Miller. Lee coming in off the left side, but it really wasn't a bang-bang play, and Miller had a clear shot, seeing the ball all the way in, and she was able to cradle it and relieve the pressure somewhat. Kachupi had the touch, and Kachupi there, nice job using her strength to get the ball away from Mill River. Here comes Lee. It's going to be a tough angle, and She's going to play it off the back of the foot, trying to go back and get it. And the defender for Woodstock leaning on her, and it'll be last touched by Woodstock. So it'll be a Mill River throw off this near sideline, looking right into that brilliant sunshine. And that's just a kick to get it out of the... they're feeling pressure right now. Woodstock is feeling bottled up, feeling pressure, and they didn't really kick with a purpose there. And Rogstad will cross the ball all the way to the edge of the box, the edge of the goal. And Rogstad there, or actually Weatherhog there, I'm sorry. And I lost the ball. There we go. But I tell you, I believe that was Austin, number 14 for Mill River. Yeah, it's Anna Austin that was there. And she seemed to have it under control, but the ball taken away from her by Woodstock, played off a Mill River foot, and it goes to Woodstock. They're looking for their first rush of the second half. They're down by just the 1 goal. Hey, you played coach. What would you have discussed with Woodstock at the half? See what they get for changes here. Osmer going to be taking the tumble, and she's going to get up and be okay. Yep, both players are getting up and being okay. Yeah, and it's going to be a throw. That's why I didn't come to the ball. Went out of bounds, and Amanda Lee going to pick it up and do the job here of taking the throw in. This would be tough to get into the box. She's got the wind in her face, and she's probably about the 30-yard line, so that's going to be misplayed out from the shoulder and out of bounds, and it'll go back to Woodstock. And the Wasp in the green uniforms on the road, down 1-0 on Munger Vision on PEGTV Channel 15 Sports. And you see Bagley, again, there's the tempo. Got the ball, scooped it up, got it going. Lee trying to play it over her head and just played it to be blunt. And I'm waiting to see, yeah, it's going to stay Mill River ball. That's what they're calling. And you know, lob it down. That's what Lee was trying to do before. But again, good spacing on the layers of defense there by Woodstock, as that's going to be hooked up to the 30-yard line. And look at this, Osmer. Oh, what a save by Miller. It's going to be a corner coming up, but tell you what, that's how quickly Osmer, in a wink of an eye, can take a harmless-looking play and turn it into just a brilliant scoring chance, and a great save by Miller. So Mill River with the first corner of the second half, taking place 4.5 minutes into the second half, or 44.5 minutes into the contest. Mill River scoring early in the first half. See if they can replicate that here with this. Nope, that was played back out by Neufeld, and it should become another corner. Yes, it should. So it's off from Dee Neufeld's foot through the inline out of play, and again you can see the wind at the back of Osmer. And again, it's Neufeld that made the play. There's the follow-up to Kachupi off from her own teammate, and that ball's, well, I don't know, that wasn't a handball, but they let him play through it. Tracy with the crossover on the dribble will bring it up the sideline. Stone there, and she kept it in play with a little 8-foot pass back to Kachupi. Kachupi wanted the vacated corner and just too hard, fired it too hard. And there's a high arcing lob, and Tracy lost it out of bounds, number 9 for the Woodstock Wasp. Year after year, Woodstock, just excellent teams, whether you're talking field hockey or their soccer programs, their football team. I don't know about this year, but in years past, they were right there in the title hunt. And another corner, so Mill River with 3 corners here in the second half of play, trying to take advantage and capitalize on this opportunity. Right now, there's just a slight lull in the wind, too. See if this helps Osmer. Again, she left it short, and just like a corner where she is, she let the defender come at her hard, then just made the soft move behind her. There's the touch, and Katrupi, nope, got blocked out in front. Faked me out. I thought I was going through. Never happened. And then on the counterattack, Stone's going to just push the ball away from the rushing Amy Davis of Woodstock. And I'm just trying to find, there we go. Trying to find the ball so I can find the throw. And right now, Mill River's got a player down tying her cleat up, and that's going to give a numbers advantage to Woodstock. Oh, and they're able to get it open in the middle of the field, and taking the long shot. Abdelnauer, or she said it, Abdelnauer. There you go. Go. She made a good save. That's a good rush by Woodstock. And that's how the play went in the first half. Mill River came out of the gates with a good start, got the goal, and then Woodstock able to get some real sustained pressure on, but not score. And see, Mill River had some good scoring chances earlier in the second half. Now Woodstock getting some counter rushes going down the field. But you see Osmer, how strong she is. That's a good play defensively. Got to find number 2. Abby Emmons. And the other calling, see Stone calling for the ball, and she'll take the throw. She goes on that low, hard skip to hook it up to Weatherhog, and Weatherhog will take the corner, and Weatherhog had it play too far off her foot. Rogstad back in the circle, able to chip it forward and actually out-chip her teammate, and that ball will come back and will volley. One of the rare times we've been stuck in the middle of the field going back and forth. Each team has been able pretty much, not that well, but with a little hard work, able to get it through the middle of the field and set up their offense. Oh, that's a great kick, knocked down and picked back up as Abdelnour will make the save and jump on the rebound, and she's going to take the kick now from the far side of the box. Oh, what a great bounce she got. And it's going forward, and Neufeld can't quite shield her off the ball long enough, and look at that, there's Mill River able to push it forward another 10 to 15 yards, but nobody in position offensively to take advantage of that and advance it toward the net. And that is reversing the field to the open corner, and too far will be out of play. We'll have a throw. 31.5 minutes to go in regulation, 1-0 Mill River. And that is Amber Hannon, number 23. I usually don't have a problem with identifying Hannon, but today I've had all kinds of problems. As Rogstad waits for the substitution to clear, and she's shielding her eyes from that beautiful, bright sunshine. Gets it to Lee in front of the bleachers. That pass was tipped. She wanted to go over the top and never made it. Creer coming back defensively, and Kruchupi was there, and then Woodstock on the dribble, and they'll drop the pass back now. But that play was unfolding nicely. They just couldn't handle the pass back, and they're going to try it one more time, and no, same results. They couldn't make the link up once they got to the outside of the 18. They'll just drive the ball through this time. Hannon, a dribble and then a kick, and she'll reverse the field. You can see Galbraith feeling the pressure and kicking it out, and Mill River will have the throw, and right on the edge of the bleacher, and Lee will just lay down a short pass to Rockstad, who had a head of steam coming down the sideline, got to the ball, and now shielded off from that ball by number 5, Arthur. Arthur calling for the ball, says she's got the throw, and she is correct, so Woodstock. Yeah, looking to go long. Everything was marked short, and she'll rifle a long pass toward the 35, and then the defender came up to make the play, and the ball with a nice move opens up the field for Woodstock. Yeah, they've got some space here, and there's the pass coming through. Oh, nice job by Bagley, came back. Nice job by Bagley as she will dump the ball up the far side to Weatherhog, and Weatherhog wanted to go to the 50 and beyond, and I believe she was looking to connect with, well, I can't make the number out in the sunlight. I think that's Diano or Delano. But there's something about the ball coming out of the shade that just makes it hard for my old eyes to find it. But I got it down now, and see the bumping and grinding taking place at the 45. And again, Mill River looking to those layers of passes to connect the dots, and Lee. She hasn't been able to get the corner today to get around the edge. And she still hasn't been able to get around the edge. And she's saying she didn't touch the ball, and I'm waiting to see the indication if it will be a corner or not. So Mill River, there's a ball being spotted in the near corner. It's just 29 minutes left with that 1-0 lead in regulation. Of course, there is overtime. Golden goal. You play, if you need to, you play 2 10-minute overtime periods. First goal wins. So obviously, if you get the first goal and it's only in the first overtime period, that's all you got. You don't have to play anymore. That's a beautiful looking kick, and it was fisted away by the goalie Miller, and she'll get in position. They're just going to have the corner now go to the opposite side of the field, which is actually a good deal for Mill River because now they have the wind at their back. And the goalie will be facing the sun as Osmer will chase down that ball as it rolled off from the side of her foot. So Emily Osmer all set here. Again, compared to that first half, the wind has settled down about half as hard. Oh, that was in a nice spot. Well marked, though. Austin trying to get there and just waved at the ball and did come up with the steal and give it back to Rogstad to Lee. Lee all the way across was thinking that Carrera was going to come forward. And Carrera with the reversal trap, able to bring the ball back down to Lee. Turns, fires, and nice scoop. Oh, that's a very hard shot to pick up the way Lee spun around on that 180 and made the kick on net. And it was at the ankles of Miller, who played it beautifully. Big save there by Miller. Keeps it 1-0 Mill River. And you see Stone chasing that ball back and forth. Ball hockey, that's called. And she's doing a nice job. Carrera. Again, she was hoping to have Osmer on that side, but Osmer's usually always going to be right in the middle of that field. Rogstad came to an abrupt halt right there as the defense by Woodstock just stood its ground. And again, one of the rare times, only the second time we remember that play got bogged down in the middle of the field. I said, other than that, the team's been able to get set up offensively pretty equally here. When again, Rogstad trying to take it on the dribble. Almost coming back to make the steal on the back check. And it is this time stolen away. That's going to be Amanda Lee, number 18, who plays both the sweeper position and the attack up front, the striker. And that she's done a nice job of, through her 4-year career here, of going back and forth wherever she's called upon by the coaches, whoever the coaches at the time. 26 minutes to go in regulation, still 1-0. Mill River, as they look to keep their undefeated record intact. They have the one tie against Hartford. And now we're good to go. The subs have all been plugged in. Not a grinded out type of game by any means, but a very interesting tactical approach by both coaches of just allowing the players to make space, create space, and take advantage of space. And then to watch the opposing team react to all that. It's been a fun soccer game. And that's going to be Woodstock, center of the field, and kick just a tad bit high. Bagley was there. Hannon came up and made the kick to clear it up to midfield. And now it's just a matter of speed. Look at Osmer's speed coming in, and just a step late. And she will get flagged. Yeah, they're going to give her a card. Should be just yellow. And it's light color, so I'm assuming it's yellow. The Woodstock player, though, still down, and hopefully not a serious injury, but it's going to require the trainer coming out and taking a look. Well, I couldn't pick up the jersey number of the injured Woodstock player, but she had to be assisted from the field, and they have the trainer over there now. Good, how you doing? Taking a look at her. Oh no, people are funny in an innocent way. Like I'm looking through the camera. It's a big camera, it's an old one, so it's big. Got a headset on talking to the microphone, and they look about to say hi and ask me how I'm doing. You don't see him doing that to Tom Brokaw or somebody else on paid TV. So it looks like Miller marked the ball. I don't believe is Miller going to take the kick? I'm not sure what the holdup is. Is it because we're getting a substitution? And nope, we're set. I'm thinking it's Gilbert that got injured, but I don't want to speculate. Oh, actually, I did just speculate, so it's not that I don't want to. I don't see her on the field, and I don't see that number 1 out there, which is what her jersey is. And I think that would have been somewhere in the vicinity where she would have taken the kick. Off from Kachupi out of play. And now we have, it should be Osborne coming back in. And it is, number 7. So she got the yellow card, and now she is back in the ball game. Remember, she got the 1 yellow. I don't think that's going to be a problem with that Millie. She's not a card picker-upper. Very clean player. You know, soccer is a contact sport. That was just a miscalculation on her slide tackle, but hopefully, like I said, hopefully it won't result in a serious injury for the Woodstock player. As that's trapped down and Carrera ran through. You know, we've had no handballs called today, which is very rare for any soccer game, boy or girls, men or women's. As Austin will just kick the ball to the side and hook up with Stone, and she'll plant the foot and drive the ball. Able to connect up right on midfield. That's Carrera, and this time it'll be out of play. Now I'm thinking white throw, and she stands in that shaded area of the tower over there. And Osmer did a little 360 and then passed the ball in a short pass. Nice step up defensively. Didn't allow the Minutemen to control that play. Bagley lifts. Rogstad will chase, and the defender fell down. That opens up the field for Rogstad, and they're going to give it back to Rogstad. No, she got a little turf to work with. Look at that. Oh, and trying to send the ball through. Yeah. She brought it to the left side of Osmer, and I don't think she was expecting it to come off that shoulder. Emily Osmer wasn't. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, okay. That definitely is the coach now. I heard a lot of coaching at elevated voice level out there. I thought it was that the fan again, but this was the coach this time, Coach Carr over there, with some instruction. Yeah, you know, in my big mouth, I'm looking for a 3-2 game or something. Not going to happen now. This is second half has come to a much slower pace than the first half. But like I said, these teams familiar with each other. They have good athletes on both sides, good soccer players. Osmer, I thought she was going to rifle it in there, but she took her time, left foot, and saved by Miller right in the center of the net. But again, Osmer able to generate a shot while being marked by at least 2 players. Just says a lot for her overall strength. And now, see, what's going to be interesting to me, that should have been an offensive foul, and it was. So that's Weatherhog that took a step in there. And she look around and take the kick, and she is going to take the kick. See the shadows getting longer out there. Well, she got the ball to Osmer. She's trying to leave that. See, she's trying to hit the person coming up on that trail into that play, which was Weatherhog, who initiated the kick, but the ball was a tad bit behind her, and so they weren't able to keep possession of the ball. But Rogstad trying to play some defense there, and it's got to be Hannon made the time. Yep, Hannon with a beautiful time coming up to make the step up to steal and then send the ball. You see Lee with that great speed getting there, and it's going to force Woodstock to clear it to the side, and yeah, you see the throw indication over on that side. I believe that's Mr. Buzzle over there doing the officiating on that side. 21 minutes to go in regulation. And Paige Carrera will take the throw. Now she seems like the designated thrower from that side of the field at that depth of the field. Remember, soccer is played in thirds. It seems to be her third of the field. And that ball just taken away in a good defensive play. Oh, look at Stone. Talk about making a good defensive play. Carrera wanted to make the spin move and just didn't have control of the ball. Bagley will step up and can look for that, driving it through the 18. Osmer off the outside of the foot will make the pass. Kachupi whiffed on the shot, and the ball will pop out to the 30-yard line where Woodstock will be ridden off from the ball, and Austin lays off for Rogstad. Rogstad to the left foot to the corner. Now this is where Lee will come in, see if she can take the outside edge against Arthur, and that was good play by both players. Excellent job by both players. By Lee's reaction, I don't think it's a corner. Hard to tell. She got up and acted PO'd. No, it's going to be a goal kick. All right, if I open my other eye, I would have seen that. So Miller, yeah, I got to believe that's Gilbreth who got injured, because Miller has taken a lot of these goal kicks where she hadn't in the first half. And again, it speculation, but it looks like a number 1 on the jersey for Woodstock. Bagley, oh, a quick stop by Bagley as she hit a couple different players, and see the body starting to land down on the ground on a regular basis because they're just getting after it out there. Clean, very clean game, but they're Look at that, nice job bringing the ball down. Nice job. And then held it that 1 second too late. That was Newhoff, number 3. And then the clear up to midfield. Nope, didn't make the pass to her teammate, and that's going to be out of bounds. Yeah, those sunshades on the camera, those sunspots, they do suck to watch at home or on the internet, but I'll tell you, it sucks to film with them too. I haven't seen Mike Kinsler this year at a game yet officiating. I don't know. I'm always the last to know, but I hope he didn't retire from it. He's a very good official, outstanding coach. Cool looking hair and beard for the guy that's over 30 years old. I mean, I hope I have that much hair and still can grow a beard when I'm over 30. Bagley got just a soft lift on the ball. And that pass back to Week was picked off. I believe that was Weeks, number 8, into the ball game. Now look at Bagley, just good, just knowing where to play off there defensively to make the steal. And that's just going to be softly to the outside. Not enough to go out of play. And now we'll have a Mill River throw, and I'm waiting to see who's going to come up the field. Yeah. She was nowhere near the mark. They'll have him re-throw as she comes up now. Another 10 yards to make the throw. Everything marked long. She went short. Actually, that was marked pretty well. Nope. I'm not sure if that was a pass or a shot, but it was number 8, Megan Weeks. And I believe she's another freshman. I got to get my chart out and take a look. But Osmer, see the defender, overcommitted. And what a save by Miller. Osmer with another razor, or a laser actually, right in there. Again, now it's Mill River's turn to apply the pressure Woodstock had there. It's been a great game of ebb and flow, back and forth, different points of momentum. Weeks will get back up, and I believe the ball went off from Weeks. No, corner coming up from Mill River. They'll send Osmer over to that corner, and she'll serve it up, and this is going to take place with 17 minutes left in regulation. Still 1-0 Mill River. That goal way back in the opening minute of play. Who would have thought that'd still be standing up? Tell you what, both goalies, but especially Miller, because she's seen more shots, they've really been focused today. Tell you, Osmer's had a little problem today on her more recent corners of obtaining the height she wants. They've been kind of flatlined and short. And that, I mean, she's usually right on the money. Whereas Gordon Ramsay says spot on when she's kicking it. Kachupi got there, took the ball away, reversed it, trying to open up the right foot, and slowly trickles in to the 18. Not enough to really do any damage. Stone came flying out of the midair and lost control of it, so we'll have Woodstock take the kick. Or the throw. And now they're going to have Arthur go over. Annie Arthur going to take the throw. She's in the shaded portion of the field, talking to the official. And, well, boy, a high lobbing throw out from the head of Bagley. And she's trying to put it right back into play down inside the 18. But Woodstock able to really step up. And each team's done that nicely here today. I mean, you take that opening 2 minutes away from Mill River, and again, we're 0-0. But yeah, it's your home field. You're supposed to come out with that big push, that big adrenaline rush. And Mill River did. And Woodstock had the bus ride. You know, it's not a long bus ride. They had the bus ride down and all that stuff. And that's going to stay in play. Austin able to link up to Carrera, and then Carrera had to pass to herself a little bit too long, get ahead of her, and Osborne will come back, and she'll collect the loose ball, and Osborne will send it, well, right to the front of the Mill River bench and no further. She wanted to drive it down to that open corner, but one of the defenders got in the way, and Austin now will go backwards to go forwards. That's a good job of reversing the field. Boy, Kachupi was nice there. She could have gone through the player to get the ball, but she decided to kind of lay back on it and play a little soft. Carrera to Osmer to the outside, looking for Diano or Delano coming up the on the edge there, and couldn't make the pass work for her. Stone, trying to guide it in the 18. I was headed up and back more toward the center of the field by Woodstock. as we are down to the 14.5 minute to play mark. 1-0 Mill River. You're watching Munger Vision High School Varsity Soccer from Mill River Union High School today. Oh yeah, they wanted to come back a good 10 yards. As Hannon would a lot of time and getting able to plant the foot and drive the ball. The wind, well, it has cut itself in half, strength-wise and frequency-wise, than we had at the start of the game. It stunk. It was wicked windy. And when you hang out a second-story window to videotape like I do, you really feel the wind. But it's gone to a more acceptable pace now for me. Yeah, they wanted Carrera to release the ball sooner, but she had a little problem there because there are two Woodstock defenders in front of her. Tell you, Woodstock and Mill River always match up well. I'm not sure why, other than luck or the way things happen or good karma or what, but let's see what they want to do with it. They're going to give up another corner. No, that's a nice job out there on the trail. The follow-up, the level, the foot was open on the right side. They didn't take the shot. I thought Mill River should have taken the shot there, and they didn't do it. Of course, who the heck of why, right? As there's the control, and then the turn by Lee, and she got to the inside of the defender this time, and it's laying there. Oh, they can't get to it. That's a great job by Lee that time. She tried several times to get the inside track on the corner, and this time she beat the defender. Here's Woodstock in transition. On the dribble, who stepped up? Hannon. All that work, and then Hannon wipes it out with one step up. Look at the nice dog. He's taking a nap back there. They gotta wait for the subs. He says, oh, soccer, I can take a break. As we have Arthur coming over. And I believe we're set now. I gotta locate the ball. There we go. There's Arthur. Well, Woodstock's had several different people step up offensively at different times in the game and take shots. Abdelnour hasn't seen the ball put on net in a long time. I haven't had to say her name in a long time. As Carrera will stand in the shade of the tower and take the throw with 11:49 to go in regulation. Got to start saying that big R word, regulation now. And I'm waiting for the call. Somebody said green. Carrera's reaction, it is green. So Woodstock will have the throw, they'll have possession. Not a bad spot on the field. They're at the midfield straw. They're going to have to go back to the 40. Time she releases that, she'll probably be near the 45. Yeah. Again, well marked by Mill River. Not a lot of options there. Look at the speed to the outside. They go shoulder to shoulder. She'll cut to the inside, make the trap, go around the defender. The ball laying free for 1 second. Then Woodstock coming up and just kicking the ball back up to the center circles. Again, each team, they have short passing game, they have the dribble game, and they have the over-the-top game. They've really combined them all very well here. Both sides have. Tracy had the ball taken away as Rogstad was there, and now she'll take, and boy, what a stand job by Neufeld. 22, great defense on Lee that time by Neufeld. Lee to the inside, and a good help. As Arthur came over to support the ball defensively on that side, and it will become Mill River with the throw, though, in Rogstad. It's going to be tough for her to go into the 18 because the wind coming into her face here. And she laid it out short, yeah. Rogstad to the net. One hop to Miller, and Miller had that pretty much lined up nicely. She'll take the kick here. And the wind will knock it down. A short field, and Mill River with possession, so. Oh no, if you would have told me, if you would have said to me, Jared, it's going to be 1-0 with 10 minutes left in the ball game, I would never bought into that, especially since the goal happened so quick and so early, and each team's getting good shots on net. That time they laid the pass out, just a tad bit too much of a lead on the ball. Stone fakes, left it. Bagley picks it up, 22 in white. Wants to go to the corner to Carrera. Carrera with time. To Weatherhog, too far. Yeah. Not enough field to commit that. They could all link up together. Yeah, it's getting to the time of night. Standing out the window where I got to start considering about putting on my fleece jacket. Excuse me. Plenty of time in the ballgame for Woodstock to not have to change any of their system right now. There's one goal difference with 9 minutes to go. They just need to basically just keep on doing what they've been doing. Both teams. I really don't know what I would change to halftime, to be honest with you. And I believe it was out right on the edge of the bleacher section, and it was off from Lee out of play, and that's going to be the throw for Woodstock. I tell you, Austin didn't sense the pressure coming up from behind. Hannon and Abdelnauer will take and make the save as Hannon able to just derail the charge enough. Tell you what, that was a good rush down the field. I got to get that number. Oh, that was Newhoff. Newhoff that made the offensive move for Woodstock. Again, PEGTV.com or Channel 15. Both ways you can watch Munger Vision fall sports action. Yeah, she turned and just lost it off her foot. Yeah, you can feel the swing of momentum now has gone back to Woodstock. And again, it has been a great game of one team with some momentum for 6-7 minutes. Next team will gather up momentum 6-7 minutes. Good punch, counter-punch type of game. And again, I enjoy these styles of games. A tad under 8 minutes to go in the contest. In case you don't know what a tad is, in this case it was 2 seconds. 7:58 to go in regulation. See, that picture got better because I put my hand like you would over your eyes to squint, but I can't run the camera with my hand there. Somebody asked me today why don't I have a filter. Might as well somebody cough up some bucks and I'll get one. It would be helpful. I don't actually know if they even make one for this. And you could hear the horn in the background. We're going to have a substitution, and it's going to be Carrera coming out. Woodstock wants the ball, and I'm all confused. Okay, so Merrill came into the ball game for Austin. They don't allow that substitution to happen. Woodstock does have the ball. That's why they can't substitute. So Carrera also slips back onto the playing field. All right, sorted that all out. Austin kept it in. That had to be awful close over there. Osmer got to communicate, as that was Weatherhog and Osmer, and that ball. Osmer protects the ball so well. She's very strong on the ball, and it's hard to take her off it. That's going to be tipped around, and boy, they had Weatherhog coming down the middle of the field, and it should be a throw. That is the indication. The umpire saying throw Mill River, and you know, this isn't bad because the wind's at the back of Mill River right now, and they can take it all the way into the box. They want to treat this like a corner. And it's going to be Osmer staying over there. That's looking long. Redennis, number 4 into the ball game. Haven't called Terran's number a lot today. Redennis, number 4 for Mill River. Obviously in white. Stone, bumping, grinding, spinning. Trying to kike it one too far, and has good support on the ball by Woodstock. Bagley with the reversal off the trap, and that's going to be kicked. That's going to be a good spot. Let me see. I'm going to call that the 30-yard line. So Mill River is going to get a kick from the 30. Lee coming out to strike the ball, and this is huge at 5:44 to go. This is a good chance right here for him to go over the top gently, just so that wall of Mill River players can catch up to the ball and rush the net with it. And that's what she's trying to do, leave it so they can make a play on it. And Osmer just a step late. Miller will come out and make the grab. I'll tell you what, Lee was just inches from having that perfectly laid out. Here we go, the other end of the field, and who was that? Hannon all the way down in the offensive end from her sweeper position to come up and make the aggressive play. And a good decision to do that, actually. As Woodstock looking for that long counter dribble they used several times today down the field. And that will probably be a card. I don't think it deserves to be, but no, they're not. Hannon did not get carded. That was a good play by Newhoff, number 3, and she gets up and she's all right. And she's going to stay right in the ball game. So a kick from the 40-yard line coming up for Woodstock. Again, this isn't a bad deal as far as lifting it high enough, soft enough so that your teammates can run underneath it and charge the net. So Woodstock with a moment here with 4:40 to go, down 1. They left it too short, yep. Of course, that's hard to gauge it, but they left it too short. They're going to bring it. Oh, they wanted to bring it back to the middle of the field, and everybody's touched the ball now. There's the settle, and there's the pass over the top, and who stepped up? Was that Hannon again making the big play defensively? I believe it was. But I tell you, right now you can just feel a sense of urgency cranking up on both sides. Rogstad coming out of the pack with it. Will go to the left foot, and it's going to be a white throw. Nice play by Rogstad. As Lee finding Osmer in stride, and Osmer, I'm not sure. I'm waiting to see Mill River throw. Okay. Well, that was a photo finish. Actually, that's why I had to wait and see who had possession given to him off the play. See Osmer taking her time, trying to make the move, and now the ball taken off from her foot, and she'll stay right there and take the throw. She looks at that bright sun and just drops the pass over the top, and Rogstad wants to pressure. I believe that's Tracy. Yeah, it is Tracy, number 9. Oops, I got to find the ball. I had to shift my weight. Tell you what, I don't want to jinx anybody, but I just can't believe a 1-0 score. Not the way the game started, not the way the offensive worked early season for both sides. 3 minutes even to go. Woodstock on the attack, taking it to the outside. It's going to be dumped back inside, and the kick was whiffed on, but fortunately for Mill River, nobody anywhere near the gapping that time, wide open for Woodstock, as there's no second layer there to support that kick. And a Woodstock throw, and it's going to be Newhoff, Dee Newhoff, or Neufeld, excuse me, Dee Neufeld. Going to be granted the throw, and she's going to be right dead center of the bleachers when she's set, and she'll fire a low, hard ball, get it to Tracy with the left foot. She's going to lift it to the center of the field, and boy, nice charge at the ball that time by, I believe that was Merrill, number 15 it was, and Bagley had the ball taken off her foot by Arthur. Brings the ball back around to Newhoff. Again, you can just feel that urgency on Woodstock's part when they get these possessions to know that clock's ticking down to the 2-minute mark. I want to see they're going to mark the ball for the kick. It's going to be Stone, number 13. And Ashley Stone doing the right thing, taking her time, letting that clock tick away. Using all the time allotted to him to take the throw. And we're under 2 minutes, yeah. Oh, look at Hannon bust out, and there's the long through ball. Nope. Looking for Lee, and that time just Neufeld with a good step up. Bagley trying to follow it up with the header. Does Bagley will kick it, head it, and then clear it. Osmer going forward, and awesome action. I'll tell you, that's awesome action. That was Abby Emmons, or Emmons, could be Emmons or Emmons, for Woodstock. That just a great job of getting back. See Osmer glance down at that clock, which is now at 1:13 and counting, and Mill River with the ball in their offensive end. Best way to play defense right here. Keep the ball down this end. Keep attacking offensively. Whoa, whistle way away from the play. And going to be a corner kick coming up. Plenty of time for Woodstock to make, if not one rush, several rushes. 5-0, 50 seconds left in the ball game. Well, Miller taking a long time at the spot of the foul, or the infraction. Yeah, and Osmer stepped up short in the field. Oh, that net was wide open, and Osmer knew it. And a corner coming up for Mill River. This could be just the end of the ball game we're watching right now. 27 seconds to go in the corner for Mill River, and by the time Woodstock would gather up, say if they make the save and go length of the field, and Osmer can take the whole time here to take her time. That's all she's doing, letting that clock tick. 15 seconds, 14 seconds. And it's going to be a 1-0 Mill River win. Unless they get one here. And that's going to be it. That one goal is going to hold up to happen way early in the contest. And the Minutemen will stay undefeated. They'll have the one tie, but they will beat Woodstock in what was a great ball game. Excellent soccer game by both teams. 1-0 the Minutemen. Paige Carrera will get the winning goal, the only goal. And you see the celebration on the field. But a good job by both schools. Get out there, support your student athletes, and I always support Munger Vision.